Okay, so good morning, good afternoon, g'day, how you going? This this is my weekly live, and today I want to go over the unexpected struggles and reactions with me trying to be a Christian YouTuber. And the thing is, whoop, hang on a sec. I got myself talking twice. So yeah, this is me about being let me start again. Me being a Christian YouTuber, well, at first I thought, you know what, I want to be a Christian YouTuber. I want to do this for God. And what it led me on, and this journey and everything, that is why I'm doing this video about being unexpected struggles and reactions with trying to be a Christian YouTuber, because it took me on a journey that I guess I never expected. I mean, if you have ever uploaded even one video as a not just a YouTuber but a Christian YouTuber, does this sound like you? At first you think it's going to be fun, you love doing it, but after a while, if you've done it for any given time, it just starts to be hard. And and I don't mean hard as in difficult. I just mean you got to try and come up with something else. Or I was trying to, in my other channel, let's see if I can bring this one up. In my other channel, let's go back. In my other channel, it was all about trying to have biblical myths, and busting those biblical myths and correcting them so that people would focus on God and not the myths. But in doing that, I had to research so much, which is a good thing. But I found that I would be stressed. I have to, it took me so long. And one of the first videos that I put up, I basically said, I'm going to do this once a week. And yet it wouldn't be, because it would just take too long. And I'm not just talking about the research, but also the editing. And I mean, well, what have I got here? The more effort that I put in, the less outcome. And I was getting tired, and I would spend so long on editing and so long on research, and I would never get anywhere with anything. And I knew I wanted to do it for God, and that should be my focus. But the more I was doing it, the more, well, the more I had to push myself with the editing, and I've realized that the more I did it with editing, the more I was trying to be flashy, the more I was trying to do things that I thought was the right thing. Well, I guess at the end of the day, I feel like it was more, that was me, and that was me trying to impress me and trying to impress others, and it wasn't necessarily what God was trying to do. And one of the unexpected things is that, I mean, I started 4 years with this other channel. 4 years ago, I started with this channel, and it started very basic. And I have done, well, in this channel, you probably can't see them all, but there's nearly 100 videos here. And there's a lot of work. But in doing all of that, and I'm thinking, okay, I'm not getting very many views, I'm not getting very many subscribers. Am I doing something wrong? But the one thing that I found, that maybe at the end of the day, maybe it wasn't about the channel, Well, it's not about all the videos. It's about God getting to me, like with with me focusing on Him and all the research for me for Him. I became, well, I'm not going to say I became a better person. Maybe I just became better for God, or more focused on God. That's probably better. Because I think if I'm going to say I got better as a person, I think I'm lying to myself and I'm lying to you. But I think that I was more focused on God. And one of the surprises is 4 years ago, I started this channel. 2.5 years, I decided to every morning read the Bible. And I'm going through one of those read the Bible in 1 year things. And so far, I've gone through 2.5 times. Now, that's not to gloat or anything like that, but it's just to say that all of this time, I have been surprised that, well, doing this made me, caused me, focused me more for God. It doesn't make me necessarily better, but I'm more focused on God. And then that led me to a new channel, which was, well, this one that you're watching this now, Morning Star Better Thumbnails, where I feel like I want to, all the mistakes that I've made, all the things that that frustrated me, all the things that didn't work or did work, I can now impart onto other people, even though you might think, well, we've still got low views, but that's part of the point. Low views isn't everything, or views, I should say, isn't everything. And so, yeah, so maybe you doing your Christian channel, you putting up videos for God, is more about God giving something to you rather than you giving it to others. And which brings me to the other thing, was going through the Bible every morning. I realized, I always thought Jesus was being clever when people asked him what the best commandment was, and he said, love God with everything that you have and love others as you would yourself. And I thought that was just something that he said, and it was quite clever. And you think, well, that's why he's Jesus. He says the good things. But no, there's more than that. You read the Bible, it's through the whole Bible. So the people asking that question should have known that already. And that's where this channel also comes into it, where I discovered that the more love God is the first focus. If you have a Christian YouTube channel, focus on God, keep him as your main focus, and that's the whole reason you're doing it. But, or not but, however, the other part of that is love others as you would yourself. And that's where your Christian channel is. That's where this is. And I think, forget about views. Forget about all the algorithm and all that sort of thing. If you are focusing, you're focusing on God, and with your channel, you're focusing on a group of people that you love, that you want to grow, that you want to have community, that is everything. And I think if you do those things, then the algorithm does see that. That's how YouTube algorithm works. It sees that you're working with one group of people, that you're making that one group of people want to watch more and more, and then they binge watch your stuff. Then that's going to work anyway. So If you're chasing views, it will destroy your channel. And the more and if you do get some views, like one of my old ones, it's probably up to, what's it up to now? I can't really see it. Hang on. If I go back, one of them.
My God, my God.
Well, no, we don't want to.
Why is
Not that one. Where is it? Where is it? Popular. It's up to 2.6 thousand views, but it's been there for 3 years. And there's other ones here, 2 years, 3 years, 2 years. They're all over 1,000, but it's taken a long time. For a long time, it took ages to get to 100. And then suddenly, once it did that, the algorithm started to get enough data that it started to push it out. But if you chase those views, then I think you're sadly going to be, what's the word I'm looking for? Well, disappointed or stressed or feeling like you're chasing something that really is empty, like views, and you want more and you want more. See, the thing is, if you get 100 views, you want 1,000. If you get 1,000, you want 10,000. And if you've got 10,000, you want to get 100,000. Just Mr. Beast and PewDiePie and all those, they've got over 100 million subscribers. However, at the end of the day, they're still searching for more. They don't just, well, I guess I don't know them, but they're always trying to get the next best, and they're trying for more. And every time it's more money, it's bigger, it's better, and you're just chasing a tail. Where I have found, I have found that if you're just chasing views, and then, yeah, if you're chasing views, you'll get stressed. You'll be empty. But if you focus on people, focus on your people, on your community, in your channel, then that is where God is, and that's where your heart is to man. That is everything. And I mean everything. And another thing I discovered was the more I tried to be, I don't know, excited, or the more I tried to be this or that, or tried to copy others, the less it worked. But if I just be me, that's it. I don't have to be anybody else. I don't have to focus on anything else. Focus on God. Focus on the group of people that I want to make a difference for. And that is everything. That should be everything. Even Jesus says that is everything. Everything flows from those two things. And you might be thinking, well, I'm not really confident in front of a camera. I know I wasn't to start with. And you don't even have to do that. Some people do it like they call the faceless channel. They do it with editing and B-roll with voiceover and stuff, and that's fine. Just be you. You don't have to be anything special. You're not called to be anything special. You're called to be here's the thing. If you try and be somebody else and try and be more than you really are, you're not being special anymore. Being special is just being you. That is everything. And like people, they think, well, I don't talk very well. I'm not very good at saying, neither am I. Neither am I. And I've done I waffle. I do waffle. But you know what? I'm going to go with that. I don't have to be anybody else. I can just be me, waffly me. That's it. And one thing I've discovered is that if I try and not over edit, but if I try and make the perfect edit and do everything perfectly and like make sure that people aren't going to get bored for 1 minute here and 1 minute there, or no, it's got to be 10 seconds. No, it's got to be 3 seconds before the next thing. The more you over edit, the more you focus on the edit and trying to make it good and fantastic. Well, sometimes you start to lose yourself. And I'm not saying editing is bad. I'm saying that if you are editing and people notice your edit, then you're probably over edited and you're probably trying too much. And that's where I've started doing things live. It's a slow start. I feel like with my channel, I've done the editing thing and now I've done the live. I feel like it's still just starting from zero again, but that's okay because it's a learning curve. And that's the other thing with YouTube. It's a long, long, long game. It is really a long game. It really, really is. And if you think you're going to put up if you think you're going to put up a few videos here and there, then well, at the end of the day, not always going to work. You might get lucky, but then again, you got to chase those views and you got to try and do something better. And if it's something that was one moment in time and it really went well and that was a great video, how do you follow that up? It was a one-off thing. Well, okay, maybe you do a video of a different perspective of the same thing, and then you've got to think of something that people want, that they'll desire, not in a bad way, that is focused on God, and that everything is for your audience. I feel like I'm going a lot about audiences lately, but that's everything. Your audience. For me, you're my audience. For you, you have a different audience, whatever that may be. But if you don't know who it is, then how are you going to talk to them? How are you going to reach them? What kind of language are you going to speak? Just be you and just be for your audience. That's what I've learnt. It's been a long, long learn, that's for sure. So, go create something way awesome for God, and I'll catch you in the next one.